My name's Eren Kruger. I have the power of one of the 9 Titans. The branch of the royal family that stayed behind started a revolution. My father was a staunch supporter. Not only did they accomplish nothing, all of them were burnt alive. After that day, I swore I would take revenge.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Season 3, episode 20. And what the fuck is going on with your hair? Anyways,
it's my knob.
We're almost at the season finale. We've gotten quite a few answers since we started this season, so it's very good, but we still have a lot more that needs to be explained, like what the hell Kate has going on with her head, and when the next bird landing is gonna be. It might be on camera, who we don't know. But anyways, Kruger apparently is on our side, and he is the original Titan that Eren had, which is the Titan that Eren's dad had. So hopefully we get some answers as to how he had it, how the Marleys or Marlians or whatever they're called didn't know he was an Eldian, and like there's so many things that we need to know. But let's dive into it. So apparently this one is called Attack Titan. Ugh. Wait, didn't it look different than last
the soldiers' lives out as if he were juicing fruit. And then he cast the scraps into the sea.
Feed the fish.
Why didn't he do this sooner, though?
I suppose I ought to explain what the sea is. It's an enormous body of salt water that covers 70% of our world's surface.
So is that what Eren's Titan's called?
The Attack Titan, yes.
Oh, I thought it was called like Rage.
No, you named it that.
Because he's always angry.
Yeah, he also attacks.
Yeah, but all of them attack.
Not like him.
He just be punching shit like
The first time he ever became a Titan, he attacked
You
everything.
said you were the owl?
Yes, my name's Eren Kruger. As you just observed, I have the power of one of the 9 Titans, which proves that I'm a subject of Ymir, just like you.
You got into public security by pretending to be a Marlian? But what about the blood tests?
With the help of a doctor, they were quite easy to pass.
They do blood tests.
Doctors make good spies. In all honesty, you're a fine example of that. But, considering your results, I see why Grice lamented as he did.
I have no excuses. I was a bad husband, a worthless father, and an imbecilic man. So explain to me, why am I the only one left standing as a human? My wife, Dinah, was special, a subject of Ymir with royal blood. She could have made full use of the power of the Titans, and if you hadn't shut me up, she'd still be... Tell me why! Why did you save only me?
Let go. You're just making your hands worse.
I'm grateful for your concern, but I didn't notice much before, when you were cutting off my fingers. So, why didn't you transform into a Titan earlier? If you'd made your move sooner, they'd be fine right now. What was the point of waiting for them to be turned into monsters?
True.
What's wrong? Why do you look so pale?
It wasn't only your comrades. I've severed thousands of fingers from fellow subjects of Ymir. I've created countless Titans, from men, women, and children. All the while telling myself it was for Eldia. I'm sorry, Grisha. Time is short. I'm entrusting you with this last task. There's no one else I can trust to see it through. That day, when I first met you outside, you may wish you could take it back. But if not for what happened, you wouldn't hate Marley nearly enough to come this far.
So is that the reason why you chose me?
It's part of it. The country, your father, yourself. You bore it all such hatred. A look in your eyes could have burnt the world to ash. I felt that same rage for a time. The branch of the royal family that stayed behind started a revolution, and my father was a staunch supporter. It failed. Not only did they accomplish nothing, all of them were burnt alive. I was still young. I couldn't help. I just peeked through the closet door and watched. After that day, I swore I would take revenge and restore the Eldian Empire. But all I've managed to do is cut the fingers off my fellow patriots, kick them off this wall, and watch the humanity leave them.
Why the fingers?
I had to do these heinous deeds,
Torture.
or else I would have been found out as the Owl. I'm not sure I've changed since that day. Perhaps I'm still a child looking at the world through a cracked closet door.
So go on and tell me, this task. What exactly is it you're asking me to do?
I want you to make your way into the walls and take the Founding Titan by force. After you've inherited my Titan, that is.
You want me to... what? But I...
You'll have to eat me alive as a Titan.
Oh.
That's also how you'll steal the Founding Titan from the royal
They can't
family.
be dead, no?
But why don't you do it?
Anyone who inherits the power of one of the nine will perish 13 years later.
Oh.
And that's how long it's been for me.
Oh shit. So that means Eren's
They
gonna
said
die.
that was the rule. Called it the Curse of Ymir.
Oh
The
shit.
first Titan. Ymir died that long after getting her powers. Since none can surpass her, we have to do the same.
So I have 13 years to live. And you?
I've only got 8 left. Not even.
No. You're wrong. There's been a mistake. It can't be true.
No going all together. That sucks.
If someone with the powers of one of the 9 should die without passing it on to a successor, the power will be inherited by a baby born after that death.
Oh.
A subject of Ymir, of course. For that to be the case, it seems all of us Eldians must be connected by something we can't see. There was one successor who said there were paths. Paths that the naked eye can't observe, through which Titan flesh can move, along with memories and the will to act. These paths are countless. They reach far and in many directions, but they all meet at one coordinate. The Founding Titan.
Oh.
There's not a subject of Ymir alive who isn't connected to the coordinate.
Speaking of Ymir, who do you think she really was?
To the Marleyan state, she's the devil's pawn. But to the Eldian Empire, she was a miracle of God. There are those who believe that she touched the source of all life, and who am I to say they're wrong?
Huh?
The sole truth of this world I've found is that there is no truth. Any one of us can become a god or a devil.
Facts.
All it takes is for people to believe it.
You're the one who sent us Dinah, claiming she was of a royal bloodline. Was that a truth of your creation?
Unfortunately, Dinah's royal heritage was objectively real.
Then why'd you let them turn her?
That'd be because she had royal blood. I couldn't risk letting the Marleyans get her. She had to go before Zeke could tell Marley more.
Even so.
Even so, the enemy would have forced Dinah to bear their children for the rest of her miserable life. Would that have been better? I didn't save our comrades because they couldn't reach the walls alive. Only one of the 9 can make it past all those mindless Titans. I've done my duty. Now do yours.
To be perfectly honest, I don't think I'm fit for the job.
You're going to do it.
Look at the sergeant. He was eaten alive by a Titan. And afterward, you asked me if watching that was interesting. Well, that's not the word I'd have used. Each moment I spent listening to his screams was unbearable. I didn't know what I was doing. If I had realized that this was the price of freedom, I wouldn't have paid.
Punch him in his face.
Stand.
Punch him right in
Fight.
his face.
If you want to restore freedom and dignity to Eldia, then stand.
I just can't.
Definitely Eren's
Yeah.
relative. Yeah.
So the point of Eren as a badass is
I
this
brought
guy.
this from your home. Look at it.
No, I can't.
So you can't fight, or stand, or even look. What's wrong with you? Marley cut your balls off.
There's no point in trying to make me remember my old hatred. Everything is gone now. Except my sins.
Those are all you need. The main reason I chose you was because of that day. Because you went
And
beyond
that's
the
why
walls.
Eren's dad wanted him to eat him, because he was probably done his
If you
time
hadn't
anyway.
taken your sister's hand and run past the gate
Because
that
Eren was
day,
like, what, 12?
you would have ended up running your father's clinic. And your sister might be married by now. She might even have had children. But you'll never know what she would have become. Ever since you tread forbidden ground and took her with you. Ever since the day I first kicked a patriot off this wall. We've known that we'd have to keep fighting. To pay for our sins. Even in death. Even after.
Fuck you, Zeke.
Little bastard.
That's right. You chose to start this story. Each of the 9 Titans has a name to describe it, and that includes the one you're about to inherit from me. Throughout history, this Titan's marched in the vanguard. It has ever pushed forward, seeking freedom. And for freedom's sake, it fights. Therefore,
It's called the Attack Titan.
Ironic that Eren would get the Attack Titan. Then he'd also get the name of the guy that...
What's that all about? It's called the Attack Titan. That's what you just did, remember?
No?
Huh? Come on! He did! Am I the only one who saw him?
No, but I think he was just...
Just what? Who the hell were you talking to?
No one. It's nothing.
You said the name of your Titan, right? Are you practicing ways to introduce him, or...?
Let it go, Hanji. He's 15 years old. We all go through a phase like this.
A phase where we mutter weird crap while
Okay, so he
posing?
was
Hanji,
12.
I'll explain it to you later. It's not right with
Huh?
him here.
Oh, it's that kind of phase.
What the hell do you
Oh, so
want?
he has 8 years left.
Get out.
What?
So he has ended for
But
7
I'm not
years.
done. I still have 10 full days left.
I'm satisfied.
My mask off.
Hanji just gave you 10 days worth of pain.
We talked it all over with Premier Zachary, so don't worry. If we keep the brave heroes who toppled the armored and colossal titans jailed, it kinda sends a bad message, you know? Plus, you were only defying the morons who had the beast and armored titans at their mercy, but let them get away.
That isn't true. Did you lose some weight? That's odd. We had plenty to eat.
You look well enough.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's go. Get dressed already.
Wait, where are we going, Captain?
The state meeting. Her Majesty has come to trust.
To my dear Historia. As I write this, Rhina's standing at my side. He knows this is a love letter, but he's still sneaking peeks. Honestly, it's no wonder the creep's still single. That said, he did give me his word that he'd deliver this letter to you. He says he owes me, for the time I doubled back to save him. I'm sorry about then.
That means she was
I
gonna
never
die
would have
anyways,
imagined
right?
myself choosing those two over you. I'm going to die soon, but I'll die without regrets. Or that's what I'd like to say. Truth is, I do have one. It's that I never got to marry you. With love, Ymir.
Oh!
These paths are countless. They reach far and in many directions, but they all meet at one coordinate. The Founding Titan.
So because she's royal,
Something
she can
wrong?
just tap into the Titan thing even though she's not
I
a
take
Titan.
it this is all she wrote.
Yes. I doubt that she would be permitted to write anything that might be beneficial to our cause.
Could there be a secret message that no one can see except you? Some kind of code?
I don't know. But frankly, that doesn't sound like her. That idiot. What's with her? So ridiculous. Playing it off whenever she got embarrassed. I could never tell with her.
It's us.
Come in.
Your Grace.
Your Grace.
Your Grace.
Levi the statue,
Stop
whatever
it,
this thing
please.
guy.
I'm not actually ruling yet. But wow, you've been through so much. Meanwhile, I've done nothing but watch the South Sky and wait.
It's an important duty of yours, just to keep safe and well.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah. It's good to see that you're still acting like yourselves.
Well, that might just be that it hasn't sunk in for us yet.
Why don't we get the ball rolling?
Sasha's eating.
The early life of Grisha Yeager, the extent of our knowledge of Titans and their history, and information about the world beyond the walls. The only people who know these books exist are those who are in this room now. These texts were obtained through the efforts of the 9 scouts before us, and the 199 others who were lost. On this day, and in the Queen's presence, I'd like for all of us to assess our situation, and come to an agreement about our next course of action. Scout Regiment Commander, Hanji Zoe.
Sir, the Scouts have suffered a brutal, staggering blow. In exchange for the lives of many heroes, including Ervin Smith, we have retaken Walmaria, and seized control of the Colossal Titan with all its fearsome strength. That said, we humans living inside the walls have just learned how precarious our situation is. I'd be relieved if Titans were the only monsters we had for enemies. Unfortunately, the true nature of the foe we face is human. It's a whole civilization. One could say that it's us against the world. According to these books, we're of a special race that can turn into Titans, called the Subjects of Ymir. We ruled the world once, and some fear we will again. So despite our past century of pacifism, most in this world would like to wipe us out.
If Marley takes hold of the founding Titan, the Eldian race will be finished.
But if they try, the King in the Walls will stop them.
The King in the Walls won't fight. Huh? If Eldia is driven to sin once again, it shall perish, as is meant to be. I've made a vow, renouncing war through the founding Titan. He said that to the royal family still on the continent, and then he closed his gates.
But what about the Titans he threatened to send out from the walls? It was the last warning he gave.
Those words were simply meant to deter an attack. They afforded him a brief time of peace. The King of the Walls stole his people's memories, and told them that beyond the walls humanity was gone. Surrounded by fools of his making, he tells them they're in paradise. A king that can't protect his people is no king. You must find that coward, and strip him of the founding Titan's power. That's the mission I'm entrusting to you.
Dr. Yeager did manage to achieve this mission, and he passed the founding Titan on to his son, Eren. The founding Titan's full might can only be brought to bear when the power is possessed by someone of royal blood. However, when a royal comes to possess the founding Titan, they're overpowered by their ancestors' will, and they continue down the path he set before them. Such is the power of his vow renouncing war. However, Eren has commanded pure Titans once in the past to escape from a dire situation. So despite his lack of royal blood, it's at least conditionally possible for Eren to wield that power too.
That's right.
Zeke can do it.
If only for an instant.
Well, Zeke is royal.
It felt like everything connected. Why? Why only then?
Because she's royal. If you touch the
I'm
hands
here
of
as a
a
descendant of the
royal,
royal family. The last that stayed. My name's Dinah Fritz.
There's no way!
You scared me. What is it? What's wrong?
Oh, I just...
If you have something to say, we would be glad to hear it.
Actually, it's nothing. Huh? Sorry for interrupting, Commander.
because
Oh, I get it now. That's right. It would appear that Yeager here is going through an awkward phase. He speaks out of turn and often makes a nuisance of himself.
Ah, I see. That's rather unfortunate. But he is at that age.
Eren? I haven't told those two about it yet either. About how the Titan who killed my mother and Hannes was actually someone my dad had been married to.
I knew they looked alike.
The thing is, I can't talk about it here. If someone with royal blood is turned into a Titan, then it might be possible for me to use the Founding Titan's powers while touching them. Who knows? It might not work at all.
he doesn't want her to turn into
If
a
the
mindless.
military knew it was a possibility, what would they do to Historia?
Makes sense.
Build a family. Huh? After you've entered the walls, you should start a family.
What are you talking about? I'm still married to Dinah. And you're about to transform me, right? So won't I just forget everything you're telling me now anyway?
That's not always the case. And it's possible someone else will see it.
Huh?
Be it your wife, your child, or even a stranger. Love someone in those walls. If you can't do that, it'll only repeat itself. This cruel history, these foolish mistakes, they'll repeat. You have to see this through. Complete your mission and save Mikasa and Armin.
Wait, what?
Mikasa? Armin? Who are they?
The fuck?
I don't know.
Huh?
They aren't from my memories.
Hold on, what? The fuck is going on? Why would he say save Mikasa and Armin if they're not even alive yet? That could only mean that they're running on an infinite loop of the same people dying over and over and over and over again, and this whole shit is just restarting like a fucking video game? Bro, is this solo leveling? I'm so confused.
He said they aren't from his memories. They're from someone
Well, no,
else's
see-
memories.
Well, I guess it could be someone with the same name. Right, but like, yeah, that's crazy. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up right here. Leave us your thoughts in the comments if there's anything that we missed, as usual, and we'll catch you in the next one. Lots of answers just coming back to back to back.
Yeah, these kinds of episodes I don't mind.
Yeah, even if there's no killing and fighting.
Yeah, because that's actually something of value.
Yeah, it's giving us a lot of answers. So Ymir wasn't the one who gave anyone any power. She got the power of the Titan, like I said, from meeting that kid who already got it from the Marley, and they were being sent in to go steal the Founding Titan. Because once they got the Founding Titan, then they would essentially be able to kill everyone and rule the world. It's that's what I gathered from that. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.